Hello, welcome everyone. How are you today? Well, today I'm doing a new moon video um, for all zodiac signs, and this new moon is in the sign of Scorpio, and it's on the 7th, so it's just a couple of days away. And happy birthday, my Scorpio friends. If that's your birthday, 11/7. And this whole month in November is definitely a portal month for all people with the 1111 code, and 2018 is an 11 number. So we have November 11th, 2018 is 11. So it's a huge portal for all people. And I've always seen the 1111. And I repeat myself, but mainly because of new people or you're not aware. I even was married on November 11th, a Saturday in 1989. Okay, so I knew that was a special date. And so here we have in 2018 also a special time. So this portal, and follow your astrologers that you love, is just telling us that this is our time, and this is our time to grow and to take care of yourself, like spiritually, emotionally, physically, obviously, exercise, health wise, how you eat. And I've had a health scare myself, so I'm definitely taking heed, because I just want this next year, 2019, and taking us through the future here, that we are aware that one day you're feeling fabulous and the next day the body just kind of shuts down. So, but this is positive. I'm looking forward to this new moon reading. I want to do something special for 11/11, which falls on a Sunday, this coming Sunday. So I wanted to, probably what I'm going to do is try to make the read for 11/11 by this Thursday or Friday as well. But and then here we are closing down with December next month. So, but it's time for us to really have a take home. And then for the November Sagittarius friends' birthdays, your ruling planet is Jupiter, and I only read this just today, so I wish I would have known it for my monthly read for November, but I'm throwing it out there for you, that Jupiter is going to be like returning home to the sign of Sagittarius. Okay, so that's very powerful as well. So there's so much going on, astrology, astronomy wise. So follow your favorite astrologers and get the codes from them. But because of Scorpio water sign, I kept my mermaids out, my mermaid tarot. I have the tarot of the moon garden here, and I have the sun and moon tarot out as well. Okay, and then I have the this little mermaids and dolphins, which I've had for a long time too. Let me see, when did I write in here? Okay, purchased 9/25/2007 on a full moon. Okay, and back in the day, my blue and gold macaw I'd let him pick cards, but you can see he kind of like chewed on the book. He was fun. He would he liked picking cards. He really did. He was adorable at it. He really did. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna select here. And new moons are about that manifestation. Okay, and if it's a manifestation for the month, or a manifestation if it's your birth month as well, for my Scorpio friends, happy birthday again. But it's for all people. We harness the cycles of the moon, all people. Okay, so let's just put it out there to manifest, because there's so many energies happening right now, and we should take advantage of them. Okay, let us take advantage of them. Let's, the universe is here for us. I believe that very, very much. And but how we how we, hold on, I need two hands here. We don't want to leave cards on there. But it's how you're, it's like everything, body, mind, soul connection, and your belief system. And I'm not talking really about religion, but it could be about your traditions. How were you raised? Okay, I was raised Catholic. I respect the Catholic scenario, but do I follow the Catholic Church? No, especially that Vatican now all messed up with these, priests doing nasty things to children. So no, I don't believe, and I think that has to calm down. And the Catholic Church has been around for what, almost 2,000 years, okay? And the city of the Vatican, they've been working on that for like 2,000 years. So they had a lot of power, the Catholic Church. But enough of that, really. Let's just embrace spiritual ways, be good to people, right in my hand. Try to make this world with billions of people now a healing planet. Because we have had a lot of, every day murders and killings, and even young children doing crazy things. So we need to kind of focus on what we truly have to have in this world, which is love and peace, okay? And like I said, I think they're going to reveal themselves soon, and I think it's going to all change. But for this new moon in Scorpio, the mantra for Scorpio is I create. So for those of you who have projects, or the ladies, mamas and daddies out there who want to make babies, feel free to bring forward a beautiful one. And this is definitely about embracing your passionate side too, okay? Because Scorpio is very passionate. From the water signs, I'd say they're the most passionate. So just, be aware. And, I talk about Scorpio a lot because I love their 3 totem animals that they have. They're just really awesome. The eagle, the scorpion itself, the eagle, and the phoenix that rises from the ashes. So, it's like Scorpio has that metaphysical power to really, no matter what goes down, you can birth yourself again and rise from the fire and fly high like the eagle. Okay, so, and you can sting it like that scorpion can too. But that's what we're trying to try to keep that poison on the low down. But yeah, we can heal this planet. I think that's why many of us are awakening, because there's the balance. There's a lot of hate, a lot of evil out there. Okay, a lot of evil, but it's called a balance, right? The evil will always be, and we talk about it on this channel a lot. I think the devil has always been, and then there was the light. You can't kill the devil, and demons never die. But we can make certain that we protect ourselves, with the white light, with the beautiful ones. And we can send those dark ones back to where they come from. We can cleanse our houses with sage, or whatever tools you like to use, like those candles. Praying is powerful. Prayer is powerful, okay? I got these sleeves on. I keep moving everything around. But we can make it happen, my friends, okay? So just believe in, bringing beauty to this planet, especially those of you with children. Raise them to understand, and, if somebody bullies them, look, this one right in my hand. Wow, that kind of just even popped in my hand. Okay, let me just take a moment, calm down here. Let's see. Yeah. bonus card here. Okay, that's all right. We welcome bonus cards. All right. Okay, so, and then we'll select one of these at the end. Definitely, let's shut down this 2018 with good vibrations, and definitely embrace, do a nice manifestation, take a good sea salt bath, and if you can take a half hour for yourself or an hour just to go into a meditative moment or silence moment, and just jot down anything that comes to mind. Okay, you always want to jot it down. Here we go. Beautiful. Here we have the Ace of Fire opens up the reading, and this card has definitely come through. I think it just came through for the November read, for the monthly read as well. Okay, and here's the beginning. And this is what we want. We want, every day is a new day, right? We can't change what just happened in the past month, week, or year, and so forth. So this is a new beginning, and make it happen for yourselves. And when we talk about the fire, we talk about passionate energy, okay? So make this happen for yourselves, okay? And you see she's holding that wand steady, even though she's underwater, okay? But she's holding it above the water. So it's like she's saying there's power that I have here. But it's firepower, right? So we understand that water can put out fire. But she's holding it up. She's holding it, close to her, okay? Because this is definitely a desire that she wants something to happen. So she's not going to let, that fire be put out. So this is wonderful. And the Ace of Fire wands, staffs, has come through often. Okay, and I try to pay attention to that as a reader, because that's like they're, encouraging, listen, listen, listen. Okay, so that's good. We want that. And to open up the reading, I'm trying to think. I think the monthly read opened up with the Ace of Wands as well. Just what? I did it 2 days ago. Well, I know the reading had an Ace of Fire come through. So that's fabulous. Oh, this is nice. Wow. Okay, hold on a second. This is fabulous. All right, for the monthly reading, the King of Love came through with a wild card. Well, I pulled the wild card. I leave, some of these decks have who they are, and they have a little saying about themselves or the deck. So I leave those in there because then, I call it the wild card, and then we have the double whammy. And then I selected the King of Cups, and here is the King of Cups again coming through. And back in the day, I'd write on my cards, I said, I am shaman. Okay, and you see his dolphin is there, and he's the King of Love. He is here. So it's kind of wild because we've been having the love and beauty and bounty of the Empress, planet Venus, since last year, back to back to back to back to back. Okay, I mean, she sure has. But now 2 major readings, and Scorpio's a water sign, so we want to pay attention as well. And this new moon, in Scorpio, water sign. So if you can take your baths, okay, or get by an ocean or a lake or something like that. But here he comes through, so he definitely has something to say, okay? And he is, and we talk about the kings and the queens, that they have mastered themselves, okay? Intellectually, all, emotionally. Now, mind you, some, we're aware that some of them are egomaniacs too, and they, are birthed into this kingdom, and some of them, are not such positive rulers. And we can see that in Roman times, that some of those emperors were loco, just like Caligula. He was a hot mess. But we're talking about now the king of love, okay? He's not a hot mess. He just loves too much, and not, he loves his queen. He just loves his kingdom. He loves his children. He's like they say, he's the father figure. He loves his children. He loves his kingdom, and he just is here for the healing. He's like the father card as well. We talked about that. So that now, and I'm pretty sure, I know that the Ace of Wands came through, and I know the double, because that doesn't happen very often when we get a whammy card and a beautiful energy, male, energy comes through, who's the loving father. And this is, like, you can even say it's like representing the Father God, that he wants us to have good wishes. But he can be tenacious, like all kings and queens. They have to rule, intellectually as well. Like the most superior king is the king of air, the swords, because he does think intellectually. Where, the king of hearts, the cups, the water, he comes from his heart. And so sometimes, when we think from our hearts, we sometimes don't think intellectually, and that can throw us off a balance. But not now. I mean, he's come through again, back to back. So that's wonderful for this November. We'll do a highlight at the end, but definitely so far what I'm feeling and sensing is that take care of you, love you, not from ego, but from spiritual depth, and you exude that love to others, and just like you would your children. And he loves, he's the father figure of all the children. And I just think it's fabulous that he's come out back to back. And now the world, look how nice. Boy, the mermaids are really, this is the tarot of the mermaids here. Las Sirenas in Spanish. This is because they have English, Spanish, this deck. And that's the Sirenas is mermaids in Spanish. But this deck really, because is working for us today. Because the King of Love twice came through, I forget what deck now. It wasn't this deck, because I would have remembered the Dolphin was another deck. But now back to back, he's come through. And now we have the World. Okay, so that's pretty awesome right here. The World has come through. El Mundo. This is the last card of the deck, and the planet is Saturn, and it speaks of having that discipline and sometimes limits too. But it's very traditional. It's like in the tarot, we've started with the Fool card, and that's what we want, to start out kind of like innocent, and yet and the Fool card typically traditionally shows a young, usually it's a male figure, young male with his little puppy dog, and he's got his little satchel on a stick, okay, and he's doing his new beginning. Usually shows his foot is he's walking off a mountain cliff, and he's giving it up to the spirit. He's giving it up to the universe. He's saying, I'm going to follow what you tell me to do. He's going to do it. And then through all the people or energies he meets along his travels, his journey, he ends up at the World. Okay, Major Arcana. And that's when literally, you've done it all pretty much. Been through it. What's meant for you to go through, okay? Because we all have different journeys, we all have different stories, but we usually end up we have so long to live in this vessel, this body, And then the journey starts all over again, but you learn your lessons. So here, this is really, these first 3 cards are really awesome in the respect. It's like, you know, have that passion of what you want to do in your life. No matter what age you are, it doesn't really matter. I talk about that Grandma Moses, who she was a hard worker, farmer. I think she had like 10 kids or something like that. God bless these women like that. But she started drawing in her late 60s, 70s, and it started becoming marketable, and then she, you know, was famous around the world for her drawings. So you never think that you don't have, you know, you can start anything at any time. You know, go for the best in your life. Go for it. And here the king has come through now, back to back. That doesn't happen a lot, okay? And the world is here. So that's like just saying to me, you know, like, don't give up on your dreams, no matter what age you are. Never give up on you. Never give up on you. And if you know, teach your children the right ways as well. Okay, never give up on you. Okay, it's very nice what's come through so far. Oh, and then look who has to come. That's it's for you, Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. This is for the Scorpion and Scorpio. Okay, Diablo has come through. But that's okay. Diablo has a lot of wisdom. I'll tell you that. You know, the devil has a lot of wisdom. All right. And that's why we're going to keep this balance going. Because you see, we have the King of Love here. So, you know, the devil has to say, yeah, well, hold on a moment here. You know, hold on. I'm in the mix always. I'm in that balance always. Okay? Because you can't destroy me. But I can destroy you. Okay? That's what the demons are all about. They're here to destroy us. So here we have, you know, like the moon cycles. And the devil is very much knows all the metaphysics of everything. That's why he's so powerful. He has always been, in my opinion. He's been before the light. I totally believe that. Okay, but again, here's Diablo, major card number 15. Okay, so just take it, you know, day by day. But look what we opened up with, okay? And see, this is what I'm trying to say. This has been so positive. I've stayed, what time am I? Oh my God, it's already 20 minutes. I've been talking so much on these first 3 cards. But here comes wangy bangy, okay? Like, I do what I want to you. I do what I want. So that's why, but with this beauty too, we can send them back to where they come from, okay? Right? We can send the negativity away. We surely can. And you just got to know how to do it. Okay? And see, like here's Archangel Michael. I'm going to put the devil right here. You know, and let Archangel Michael say, look, Archangel Michael, look who came through when we didn't want him here. But, okay, there's wisdom with the devil. There's much wisdom. But just know that he's here to destroy us. But we can send the dark forces back to where they come from. I believe that. That's what we do. Okay, that's how we do it. And that's why there's mediums out there and people who know how to do things like that. Okay, and that's why we're fierce and fearless on this channel. We're spiritual warriors. So when the dark ones want to come through, we know how to, you know, handle them, take them out. But you got to protect yourselves. You know, you definitely, and the only way to protect yourself is to, you know, have that white light, bright light around you. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, now we've been having so many pentacles as well for this month of November. The reading came through with a lot of earth elements, and I want to say the Knight of Pentacles, earth, coin, resources, earth resources also came through. See the castle up in the corner there? There's the castle. Okay, so it's like that's what he's reaching for. you see, he's trying to get to this castle, that he belongs in that castle. He knows it, okay? But he's got to do a little work for it, okay? And that's all right. But he's born into it. You know, they're already the knights, the pages, you know, they're born into it. So, but he knows that's where he's heading to, okay? That's where he's heading to. Boy, I don't watch my own videos, so, but I just did it 2 days ago. I have to believe that this, because the coins were just coming through, the earth resources. And get grounded on Mother, okay? Please, get outdoors. And that we're talking about this new moon in Scorpio water sign. Please, if you can just try to, you know, get grounded. Get grounded. Okay, now the Ten of Wands is here. Okay, and you see, now we have another castle. But we already know this king is in the castle, okay? And so now we have this knight galloping towards the castle in the cloud. And now we have here this, and here we have the unicorn, which is an air element sign. The unicorns represent the air element, so you know how our thoughts are thinking. But there's now, if you can see, there's the castle as well, okay? And when we think of the world, we're thinking that we've come to that, okay? We've strived for this. Okay, this card came out first, okay? But we've been striving for that, and it seems like, yeah, the world is yours, you know, if you put ample discipline into what you're doing, okay? Don't ever believe there's a free ride, my darlings, because there's no free ride. And if there is, it'll be taken away from you like that, okay? That's, you know, and that's what Diablo always tries to give you. Oh yeah, I'll give you this free ride. I'll give you this, you know, get out of jail card, but you owe me. You're going to owe me. And you know how you have to owe him with your soul, okay? So you just be aware, or beware, okay? Never mess with that dark forces stuff, because that, you're not going to win at all. You sell your soul to Diablo, that's it. He's got you in that dark pit. But here we're talking about that there's so much more potential coming. And the staffs is fire, earth, okay, fire. But with the little unicorn there, it's talking about how you're thinking about it as well. You got butterfly there, transformation. And Scorpio, you know, your major arcana card is number 13, the death card, which is all transformation. And Mars and Pluto are your planets ruled, and Pluto is all about that transformation as well. So just think positive about what's going on, okay? And you know, here we don't fear the dark forces. We just know how to send them on their way. Okay, now I talk about this deck. I like this deck because the cards do come through in an apropos way. However, this artist, or this, her name is Vanessa DeCourt. Okay, now my first tarot deck ever was Aleister Crowley's The Egyptian Tarot. Okay, and she's taken every single phrase that he marked his deck with. She's copied it, okay, verbatimly. So she calls this Five of Pentacles worry, all right? And the Five of Pentacles, five's about that changes are happening, and usually shows in traditional tarot a couple, that a male-female couple, that they're in tattered clothes, it's snowing, they have no shoes on, you know, it just shows that they have nothing. They're, you know, they really have nothing. And yes, who wouldn't worry about that, right? Worry, you know, I think people worry more about money issues and health issues than anything else. Okay. Yet, because now we've opened the reading with all these positive cards, sometimes we worry for nothing, okay? So what I'm trying to add is that put it out there. And sometimes, again, the dark forces come to give you this worry as well. Everything could be dandy and all of a sudden things go sideways, which does happen, okay? We're not saying it doesn't. And bad things happen to good people, okay? Every day, I watch those shows of how people just kill you, and even mainly family members, what I've been seeing a lot now too, your own family killing you. But what I'm trying to say is that we protect ourselves, okay, with the beautiful ones. Call them whatever you want, your angels, your guides, your ancestors, the ones that you know will protect you. And you allow them and you pray with them. But that's about the power of prayer as well. When you worry, that's coming from the ego, okay? When there's issues like, oh, I can't pay, the mortgage this month. Yes, it's concerning, but put it out in prayer. Put it out, please, Father God, or who, the beautiful ones you pray to. Guide me. Please guide me. And that's how miracles happen, okay? I just had a miracle. I know I've been talking a lot, but I became very ill. I had to go to the hospital. And all of a sudden I was concerned about it, but I was praying. And my Lord, I asked them if, because I don't have health insurance, so they put me on a financial assistant. I said, well, how much will I be paying a month? They said nothing. We've written it all off. It was a miracle, okay? A miracle. Because I was in there 5 days, and this hospital is a very high-tech hospital. It's number one, and I'd consider in the state of Florida, definitely in my area, Tampa Bay, it's number one. So, they brought me a miracle, okay? And I wasn't worried. I just figured, okay, I'll just pay so much a month. I just can do what I can do. And they said, no, it's all wiped out clean. Because I'm a single woman, I didn't have children, so it's not like, they just took care of it for me. I don't even know why I got accepted, but. And what I'm trying to add with that is, don't worry, okay? Worry is this guy right here, okay, sending you. So here we go, okay. Yes, you concern, you're responsible about what you have to do, but it's not about letting the dark forces get you. Look at that. So we can go from worry, okay, and which is a heavy word. So, as long as you're honest, I was honest and when they asked me all these questions, and I was like, I'll be willing to pay, I can pay this month, No. We're writing it all off. We're taking care, and I had procedures done, CT scan, it was going to be some coin. But look, now we get the 9 of coins, see? So, and I was praying. I really was. I was praying for the weeks before I got into the hospital, but that morning I knew I had to walk in. And I'm just trying to share, this just happened to me in the respect of within these last few weeks, so it's like, if I can share my story and it can uplift you in a way to pray, because I truly believe in the power of prayer, and I work with your guides or the beautiful ones, whoever you talk to, and they brought me a miracle, okay? So I gained a miracle. I didn't worry. I figured I would, I wasn't worrying like, how am I going to pay this? But it was more like, well, if it comes my way, I'll just try to talk to them and say, well, I can afford this a month, or, you see? You try to work with I call it metaphysics of life, what comes at you. But we don't sit around worrying, because then you're stuck with this kind of vibe that comes through, okay? If you're thinking, low self-esteem, or how do I do this? This is who's gonna arrive. They love it when we're thinking low about ourselves, or thinking, oh, I can't do it. I can't do this. How am I going to do this? Ah. It's not funny, but that's who comes through. Okay. But when you think like, okay, whatever happens, I'll work with it. I'll do what I can. I'm being honest, and then the universe will bring you that miracle or give you that gain. Okay. So don't give up. And 9 speaks of completions, They want to take you to that number 10, transcendence. They really do. That's what they want for us. They want us to be in a place that when we pass, this soul passes to the next realm, call it heaven or, whatever you think, that when your soul comes back in the next body vessel, that you can teach people things too. Okay. Teach them how to be positive. Teach them how to, come from nothing and become powerful. I talk about that Grandma Moses. She raised all these children, worked on their farm, and all of a sudden now her pictures are, stimulating people all around the world. Look at this strength. Beautiful. 9 of Wands. Okay, so now we've had 2 9s come through with gain and strength. And see, that's what happens. Because when they said, we're writing it all off. Your hospital bill is written off. Some doctors might send you invoices for what they did when they came to see you, but most of them, if they know we've written off everything, they'll write theirs off too. And that's what I'm trying to say. It gave me like, it in a way, it was like healing to, what was going wrong with me. Diagnosed with diverticulitis. I heard of that word once. I don't know anybody who has it in my family or friends, and supposedly it's hereditary, because I've read a lot now, and one of my nurses said, yeah, no, it's going to happen to me, and I'm like, why? Well, it runs in my family. I never knew, okay, about this, but now that I have it, and it can come back, so, and not that my diet was bad, or it's just, it happens. It's like, and it happens to older people, very much. But it happens to young little kids too. I can't even imagine. But these kids nowadays, I was raised home cooking. My mother was a beautiful cook. I even laughed about how she made our own ice cream. She had one of those churns. She made her own pasta with the little, it was all home cooking. But these kids now, given a box or a can to open up, God knows what they're eating, and all that candy they eat nowadays. But here we have. And those 9s are about those endings and completions, okay? But in a positive way, so you can grow. You can go to, let me see, the Knight. There we go. 3 of Swords. You know what? Look at this. This card now, okay, but this was a card that just kind of came through. This card also came through in the monthly read as a double whammy, the Sorrow card. Well, this is how Aleister Crowley's. She copied all these words from him. Okay, which I don't know. If you're designing your own deck, you should at least change. You're harnessing the same energies, but you can use a different word. But this same card came through. Okay, but now, and I talked about this because here she is in the clouds, and you see, she's doing that worrying. Where's that worry card? Okay. Let me just bring this here for the moment. Okay. And see, here's the Knight of Earth looking towards that cloud. Okay. Looking towards the cloud with glory. I'm heading to the castle. But here she is. Okay. Here's Diablo again. All right. He loves these energies. This is what he controls. He wants you to be in sorrow. He wants you to worry. But see, she's pretty much in this place of worry, and she's doing it to herself, okay? And I talked about this because the 3s, who is the most powerful female of the tarot? The Empress, planet Venus, bounty, beauty, okay? And so, again, and yes, we some days things happen, the doggy runs out and God forbid, but gets hit by a car. Oh my goodness. How horrible. Okay? And running that animal hospital, we saw it a lot. It happens. Okay? Yet, it's not for you to stay in that funk, We take care of the doggy, we bury it in the yard or wherever, what we do when we pray, and because this is the cycle of life, born and then we exit, right? But these cards right here is the Diablo loves this for you, keep you all messed up in the head, okay? Because this is all ego right here. When you worry and you have that sorrow, because hers is, she's in the cloud there. Oh, I'm just worrying about everything and everything and everything. Well, that's not how we do it. We pray. We pray, and then we have pen and paper handy and we write it down, okay? Or when we're praying, and then your guides help you, like, okay, no, we wrote off the hospital bill. Okay, did I ever see that coming? No. Did I ever see this disease that I have now coming? No. Okay, and I'm just being candid, because I the last time I was in the hospital was in 2000, because I messed up my leg, kind of broke it, and I had to get it fixed. And now it's fabulous. I don't even feel anything in the leg. But I'm just saying, like, I try to take care of myself, So don't let the dark forces take you into these places that you're putting yourself into. If there's situations that you're like, wow, how this is going to happen? How am I going to help myself? Just take it and pray. The power of prayer is so powerful, especially if you believe in your guides, especially if you believe like in the angels, as I do. Okay, I shared, little girl Jesus, Archangel Michael hanging in every room. It's how you're raised too. And some people, they're atheists. I don't even know what happens to those people. I ask that question a lot when I pray. What happens to them? Where do they go? Because if they don't even have, the element of earth, air, fire, water, spirit, great spirit, as they say in Native American wisdom, I don't understand. That's one thing one day I want to really kind of figure out for myself. But this is where we want to keep our mindset, okay? That we know that we have the aptitude to make completions happen for ourselves with confidence, the passionate energy that I have strength to complete these goals. The 9 of earth, I can plant this garden and make it grow, okay? And this is what we want for ourselves, to not give up. And yes, there's beginnings and there's endings, but we just keep moving forward, okay? And the main thing I can say is pray. That's, just pray, okay? Because things come and things go. That's life. We're born and then we grow old. That's part of life. But we don't have to be in this avenue here of, oh, worry me, sorrow me. Try to think the way, like, well, how can we make this happen in a positive way? Okay? And then here we have, and the world just come through. It's wonderful. And the shaman again. It's like we start the journey all over again. And hopefully we've learned from past lives that know how to work this, okay? How to work this transformational time when we come to this earth, okay? And you've heard those stories when people remember things from their past, okay? Like some people remember, oh yeah, I was in the 1820s, like that happens because the soul can recall things. But here we are. There's the castle. We have the king here, the king of love. So just always put out positive intentions. Even if it seems like, my goodness, how did I get here? how am I, in this hospital? I'm going to pay this bill. Just stay positive. We can work it out. We can, what kind of scenario can I help with, or I can take care of? Okay, how can I do this? And then they might just say, oh, that's okay, we just wrote it off. Right? That's amazing. Okay, so just don't give up on you, and think about karma, okay? Because Diablo rules karma, all right? He sure does. And so what goes around comes around. Okay, so if you worry, sorrow me, see, you're in that funk of that karmic, which is not good. Okay, but if you can stay away and just try to think as, from your heart, well, how can I make this to work for both groups here? Okay, how can I make this happen more positive? How can I? And then, so we cut out Diablo, okay? And then, Diablo, I send you back to hell where you come from. And I'm going to think more positive. And I'm going to look up. And I'm going to pray with Father God. And I'm going to pray with my beautiful ones to come and bring me a miracle. And that's how we do it, okay? And you got to rely, and you got to dedicate your thoughts to them, okay? Because even if you don't even believe in the devil, if you're one of those worry warts and everything like that, they show up in your life. That's just how it is. It's called a balance, okay? Let me see where I'm at now. 45. Oop, this one just kind of popped. But I'm going to let Diablo stand strong here to remind you. That's why we have Archangel Michael here to battle the dark forces. That's why Jesus died on a cross for us, to battle those dark forces. And you see, Rome fell apart, and now this Vatican's falling apart too. See? This is just pay attention. And that's what it needs to do. And let these people be married already. I don't understand how allow these nuns and priests, let them be all married, let them have families, let them be natural. These pedophile priests and all that, it's been going on probably 1,000 years already. The right whale, the pathway to a dream is one of sacrifice. Okay, well that's pretty powerful. The right, R-I-G-H-T, whale, the pathway to a dream is one of sacrifice. Okay, that's interesting, and that's kind of apropos. Oh, the mermaid's glove. Lose not a tide and waste no time. Okay, so these are kind of, how do you say, like intense, trying to definitely have codes for us here, giving us wisdom. Okay, the right whale. These don't come out too much, but we got the King of Cups right here, the mermaid king himself, merman. Okay, let's see, the right whale, 41. Okay, some of these I know by heart, but I don't know these two. Let's see. All right, so it says here, the key word is caution. Okay, here we have Diablo on the table. Caution. Be aware or beware. Your understanding and intuition of a person or situation needs to increase speed if you are not to fall victim. Okay? Alright, so see this sorry and this, hold on. See, Diablo, I'm telling you, it's so powerful. This worry and the sorrow, you gotta, not go there. Use caution when you see yourself in a funk like that, okay? Use caution, okay? Because you don't want that karmic scenario continually coming into your life. So, keyword, caution. Your understanding and intuition of a person or situation needs to increase speed if you are not to fall victim. Beware of putting trust in someone who has commitments elsewhere. We were just mentioning. Be aware or beware, okay? The right whale, a slow swimmer fond of coastal waters, is easy prey for whalers who have hunted them nearly to extinction. The danger can be avoided by moving forward and positively getting to grips with doing what is right and what is required. In order not to be left behind, remind yourself of where you are heading. Close friends and relatives will make life better for you. Consider what is really valuable in your life, and you will travel on to a lucky phase and position of strength. Okay, and we already have the strength card here. And so this is obtainable. Okay, this is obtainable. We have the strength card here. And the completion is what we want, the strength. And also to gain in monetary ways as well. All right. So just be aware or beware. And that's called the balance as well. Okay. That's the balance. Be aware or beware. Whether you have the antenna up on your head or you have feelers in the back of your head, or you know what I'm saying. Okay, and with Scorpio, you know, Scorpio, not a diss at all, but sometimes you do have that kind of side of you that is a little, you know, that stingy side. You want to get people. You want to get them. I'm going to get them. I'm going to do that. That's why, you know, we want to see you more calming. You know, think like the strength of the eagle, the bird and the condors, the highest flying birds in the sky. You know, how many pilots have said, oh, I saw a condor flying by higher than we were flying. That's how you want to think. And, you know, right? Think high, think to the heavens, closer to God. You know, there's a saying, I forget it right now, but we don't want to put ourselves in that negative way where that's when the negative forces just can't wait to come get you. Okay, and they're already around you if you're already thinking negative. Okay, but yes, sometimes we have to say, you know, and I'm not repeating, but like, oh, how am I going to pay? But we just stay positive, and with that positivity, that's when the beautiful ones step in and say, you don't have to worry about that bill, we wrote it off. Okay, that was a miracle for me. And angels do bring loving miracles, no doubt about it, because that's exactly who I was praying with. My angels, my guides. That's exactly what we do. Okay, so don't ever think you have to be in that funk. Okay, you know, it's not necessary. That's why we work with these beautiful ones. You know, again, you know, the Mother Mary for you, or the Kuan Yin. Okay, hold on. I can see that there must be a little. I have these lizards coming. These little baby lizards. I don't even know where they're coming from. So I think Lala has spotted one, because she's the one that gets crazy with the critters when they come in. It's okay, little Lala. Okay, we're almost done. The mermaid's glove. Lose not a tide and waste no time. Okay. Confident. Here we go. The word is confident. Beautiful. Beautiful. So we go from being cautious, okay, which is okay too, because we don't want to, you know, jump off the cliff too soon, but caution in the respect that have no fear, okay. We're fierce and fearless, spiritual warriors, and we have confidence. The mermaid's glove, a large sponge with branches resembling fingers, predicts that someone may declare lasting faith to you. Like a glove in a hand, a close companion may become intimate with you. Finding something out that another does not expect presents a challenge to do battle with. Assured of not being beaten, you accept the friendly contest because there is no other way around the matter. You will be rewarded for performing a small kindness. You may receive a high station by turning away from everyday reality and carrying out what order demands. Something you are familiar with, you can easily do. You are a winner, fit for any duel. Okay? So there it is. You are a winner, fit for any duel. Lose not a tide and waste no time. So believe in yourselves, my darlings. Okay? And someone may declare lasting faith to you, and that could be, you know, the beautiful ones in, you know, in heaven, you know, your guides. Again, grandma sending you strength, you know, grandpa, whoever that taught you those kind of positive lessons in your life. Make sure that you continue, okay? Because they have faith in you. And, you know, there's always challenges every day. Every day there's a challenge, but we stand assured that we're not going to be beaten, okay? And take on what has to be, but you know you are rewarded. And then God brings you to, you know, like you've been doing good in this world, and they'll bring it back to you, you know. And, you know, I talk about beautiful ones like, you know, John Lennon just walking into his apartment complex and that crazy one came and just shot him and took him away. But I totally feel 1,000,000,000% that the angels were right there to whisk him straight to the heavens. Okay? He felt no pain. And he's still sharing his angel shine with us. Sweet John Lennon. Okay, but that's called a balance, right? Diablo can't kill the devil and demons never die, but we can protect ourselves as Archangel Michael knows how to take care of the demons, okay? And so can we. And that's why we adding the worry, unnecessary worry, adding, you know, the unnecessary you know, sorrows in life, which that happens, you know, a loved one dies, but this is more like she's you know, she's in the clouds. She's the one being the negative, okay? This is not, you know, because something physically, she's just like a worry ward, all right? And that's not going to bring you any healing, and especially the threes, when that's the Empress number. That's why we have to, male or female, think like an Empress. Male or female, think like an Emperor, okay? Especially ones that the kingdom loves, okay? And that now we've had this King of Love come through back to back with Scorpio as the, you know, the delivery to, and Sagittarius fire, and that Jupiter is coming back in Sagittarius sign, I think till 2020 or something like that. I don't understand why my mind can't wrap around astrology and astronomy, but I still believe in it very, very much. And then the world, and here we have the world, so there's no worries, my darlings, okay? This is when, you know, we have that good karma, okay? Because we're not going to worry and have stress, unnecessary stress and sorrows when we can just gain strength and believe and align with the beautiful ones. Because this is what they want for us, really. You know, they want us to prosper. They want us to attain alignment with them and attain what they give us. And I believe a miracle happened when I was told, oh no, you don't know the hospital or anything, it's all written off. And that's when I thanked my guides so much. When I finally got home, I prayed and I thanked. I mean, I literally was on my knees thanking them so much. And that's how you do it. That's how we do it. Love to all. And this month is so powerful in so many ways. Make something beautiful happen for yourselves, my darlings. And let's shut down 2018 and let's make sure 2019 opens up with superlative adventures for all of us. Let's journey on. Love you all. Ciao.